Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mace. I am coming to you from Canada. I'm on Vancouver Island on the west coast. Here, weather's beautiful, things are good. Hope everything is going well for you as well. We're going to check out a video today titled USA versus Europe Intelligence. I guess this is going to be poking fun probably at the intelligence deficiencies of a certain nation per capita, potentially. I don't know. Or just a certain nation's leader currently, right now, in 2025. I do think just collectively, probably as a human race, like we probably are getting a little bit stupider. Like I kind of think of that scene from Up. You know, the humans are all incredibly obese and like they can't even walk and everything's served to them by robots and they're just obsessed with watching like TV and sporting events. Or do they even watch sporting events, or is it just strictly like reality TV pretty much, and they're getting served giant, you know, enormous fountain drinks? And we all know that like the US does things bigger when it comes to everything: people, food, serving sizes. Yeah, anyways. Let's check this out. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's do it.
If you've been on the internet in the last 2 years, you've probably come across videos like these.
Can you name any country on this map?
Yeah. Africa?
What country did the Vietnam War?
Yeah, these videos, this is what we reacted to yesterday, and honestly, I cannot understand that there's people walking around among us. Like, among us. Are they aliens? Is it like, what's that movie, They?
War happening.
Put on my glasses and I can see them.
Canada. Can you name a country on this map?
Asia or Africa?
That's a continent.
So where's Jamaica? Yeah, somewhere around like here.
So what's the deal? Are Americans really the ignorant dum-dums the internet presents them as? Or is this just a case of stereotyping and nitpicking for clout? Well, firstly, I want to make it very clear. I've met many Brits who couldn't name shit about European, American, or just the world's general history. Same with geography. I'd bargain that most UK citizens couldn't point out
Honestly, yeah, you're going to find incredibly stupid and ignorant people literally in every single country, but
North Macedonia on a map. And like, I'd say at least 30% of Europeans don't know what Idaho is. That being said, I won't lie, there is a bit of an American self-glazing problem that leads to them coming across as a bit narrow-minded. And I kind of get it, okay? The other day I was getting some of my tax shit sorted out.
it's the entitlement and the arrogance.
I get it. I fucking get it, guys. If I was out here paying them Louisiana tax brackets, I would probably dick ride my country as well. However, this low tax, high personal spending policy that some American states have kind of means if you're well off, you can go to a good school guaranteed. But if you're poor, you're stuck going to a public school, which might be fine in some states, but like, bruh.
Dude, coming to school, you had a huge zit on you. That thing was heavy. Some of them, dude, I had acne so bad one time. I remember having one zit. It was kind of heavy on the side of my face. Like, damn, I couldn't even. I had to have one of my buddies kind of just pull down on my other ear, you know, just to keep my head straight. Because I had that heavy Z, baby, that big zitty, that baked ziti on my side. I was fully Italian, that, you know, that
baked ziti on the side. Gross.
little bust lump, that acne, that.
And obviously, bad public schooling only affects a certain fraction of the American population. But I feel like it's this fraction of Americans that Europeans make fun of, call stupid, and stereotype as the entire country. Those inbred fucking brainless hillbillies running around like animals with their machine guns and freedom. But let's be real, these people aren't crazy rednecks. They seem pretty normal. Why can none of them tell me where Asia is on a map?
That would be Asia.
No, that's Africa.
Why can none of them seem to grasp the
Honestly, like American college campuses, or at least certain departments on those campuses, might not be the smartest either.
concept of a country?
What country is the Queen of England from?
What is the country again? What is a country? What is a country? Canada.
Well, aside from these videos being relatively nitpicked,
it's
I think
insanity,
the main
man.
reason for Americans' general ignorance about other countries and cultures kind of comes down to how the American media presents the rest of the world to Americans. American film studios can simply make so much more money if they make foreign things seem more familiar to an American audience. I guess it makes it easier to understand and buy into and be invested in, you know? For example, I bet Mamma Mia would have flopped if they had bulky, hairy Greek actors with thick Greek accents, as opposed to the chiseled white American Hollywood celebrities they casted. It's set in fucking Greece.
Never seen it. Don't really care to see it. So there you go. Mamma Mia. It's probably good. I don't know.
Not a word of Greek is spoken in the entire film. I mean, they even dub over all the original songs, which are sung with Swedish accents, with relatable American sounding voices, you know? And surprise, surprise, it became the 6th highest grossing film in the US. If they kept this film Swedish and Greek, they would have sold 0 copies, I'm telling you. This intentional America washing of foreign cultures is all throughout Hollywood. Whenever a film is set abroad, the main character still has an American accent. I mean, they even make foreign actors change.
Oh, I think in Midsommar though, like those characters were Americans. Like I don't think that one's too egregious because they go on a trip, I believe. I think I watched that film. It was pretty freaky. I thought it was pretty decent.
I mean, they even make foreign actors change their voices, even if their American accents are horrible.
What's up with that boy? I heard he was out the game. Where you been at? You got heat?
I guess because it would be so catastrophic for the film studio's revenue if there was a strand of foreign culture in their blockbuster productions. This very subtle brainwashing has big consequences for the average American though. For example, less than 40% of them have a valid passport. Partly because if you don't see any value or have never been taught anything about foreign culture.
Wait, what does it say about Canada? Oh, 70%? Yeah, I have my passport, of course. That's pretty insane. Only 37% of Americans have their passport?
Valid passport. Partly because...
That's pretty insane. So it's like they don't see the need to travel, I guess. Damn. 37%. That's actually kind of shocking.
Have a valid passport. Partly because if you don't see any value or have never been taught anything about foreign cultures, why would you leave the US? We got every single natural landscape you could ever imagine. We got every goddamn fast food establishment you could ever dream of. We got every culture here already. We got every historical site and element you could ever fathom. The difference with us Europeans, aside from on average having more well-funded public schools, is that we literally need to know about foreign cultures, because chances are the weather gets so peak at some point in the year that you need to annually travel to another country briefly just to find your will to live and survive another year, whereas Americans can just get a flight to the other side of their country. No new language, no new culture, no crazy visa restrictions. It's not that easy if you live in the UK. And
like honestly, I don't know. I kind of wish the video went into different strains of argument and different points, but it was fine. Obviously, we're going to finish it, but some people just don't like traveling. Like, honestly, I'm at the point where I've done a fair bit of traveling. And look, I want to do more. Just they're not necessarily making it easy anymore to travel. You got to get visas. You got to... And then through the pandemic was just... It was... Anybody who has any shred of, like, anxiety when it comes to travel... Listen, I hate airports. I hate crowds. And I kind of hate people, to be honest. So, I mean, that's my misanthropic, cynical side coming out, I suppose. But I do love traveling. I love meeting new people. I love meeting and experiencing new culture. And I'm totally amazed. And, the world's a big, wide, beautiful place with so many different cultures and so many things to see and do. Like there's so much opportunity out there. And even within my work that I work right now, I try to instill that kind of viewpoint upon my clients. It's like, if you're stuck or if you're feeling like, the current way that you're living is just not doing it for you, get out and experience things, get out and meet people, get out and do things, sign up for things, say yes to things, right? Get out and talk to people. Get off the internet for starters. Get out in your community, do things in your community, enjoy the weather, get into the forest, go hiking, go fishing. I've been fishing a ton lately, and I find it like so therapeutic, so relaxing. I'll spend hours and I don't even realize, and it's been, 5-6 hours, and we're just hanging out at the lake, hanging out at the river. And that's how we should be living, instead of spending so much time on devices. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of the way that we're heading. Kind of brings us full circle to what I was speaking about at the beginning of the video about the premise of Up, with the humans being, incredibly obese and totally dependent on machines and AI and robots, and just totally distracted by things. Which further back, there's a similarity that I could pinpoint to like Brave New World, if anybody out there has read that, when the citizenry is essentially, they're not beaten down by a totalitarian state that uses the perpetual black leather boot on the face imagery that was made famous from 1984. It's a much softer totalitarianism where they don't even need to do that because there's so many distractions. People are at the orgy porgies and the softy wafties, and they're taking the soma pills, and they're just distracted and not even interested in the system in which they live. Well, all right.
This is why British people are so obsessed with going on holiday, because they're all stuck on this cold ass rainy island, and humans actually need vitamin D to survive. This means your average Brit at least looks at a map once a year when planning the next lad's getaway, which is probably more often than some Americans look at a map. Clearly.
What's your country's border to the US? What's like the country above us and below us?
Like I said at the beginning, I don't understand how these people exist. And it's quite sad, actually. Like, do they know how to read? Serious question.
South America, North America.
All right, damn. Insanity. See you on the next one, my friends. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this insanity. I'm Dub T Mac.